What's up, gamers? If you know anything about Vanguard's history, in a lot of players' minds, and probably in Bushiroad's mind as well, V Premium was a mistake. Now, I don't think V Premium was the worst thing in the world, but it ended up almost killing the game during its lifetime. The power ceiling with gift markers introduced was so high that a lot of old and even new cards now have just become irrelevant. We see this in Premium where a lot of the time, if you're not a V card or a card from a Premium collection, you're not used that much. Now, it has been getting better with Standard recently, where there's been more and more cards getting played, but for the most part, Premium's been heavily relying on V cards and gift markers. So now we ask the question, what if V never existed? Me and my friends have been working on a new format where all V cards are banned, all Premium collections are banned, and all the history collection erratas have been reverted. So you can only use G era and D era cards. And in this format, we actually have the energy generator in it. Hi, editor me here. I forgot to mention energy generator you only get off your D starter, not off any older starters. So these are the basic changes of the format. This has been a very fun format to play because now with the introduction of energy, there's a lot more interactions between cards that we normally wouldn't see. And also with V Premium gone, a lot of standard cards getting released each set actually impact this format. We call it L format for an inside joke, but I think what this format will end up being called is D Premium. One of the big things is that a lot of D bosses actually do stuff now, just because naturally they're hitting bigger numbers than a lot of the G era stuff did. So now there's an interesting choice on playing a D boss or playing a G era boss. So now there's actually incentive to play these boss units coming out and these new archetypes within Premium's landscape. So with these changes, what actually happens in this format? There's really two routes and a bunch of deck building options you have to think about. You can use an old G era deck that's just updated with like new triggers or some very specific units, or you play a D era boss and try to mix it in with different interactions within each clan. And a lot of the D bosses actually play quite differently when paired in different clans. So for example, in Magnolia, you can play it in Great Nature and have an interaction with Spangled where you intercept with your whole board and then G guard with Spangled, and then you draw a card for every card you intercepted with, essentially. But there's also Aquaforce where you can utilize Commander Thavis in order to gain an extra back row attack, and you can utilize the OG Magnolia name in order to use some very strong cards like Danny Maru and Wild Intelligence. And now with this format, I'm genuinely just more excited about new cards coming out each set. I care way more about reveal season than I have before. So even like last week when they revealed the new Dragonic Overlord promo, that's a really interesting card in this format because energy's allowed now, right? So now what you can do is Persona Ride on the end and then use that promo in order to Superior Ride DX. And then you can Legion with that. And with Persona Ride, it gives 10k power to your whole front row. So your Legion has essentially plus 20k. Since there's 2 units on the Vanguard circle. With even just Buff Saga, which comes out next set, the extra drive that the new sword gives can be really strong, and it removes itself at the end of the turn. So if your Vanguard restands, then you still have that extra drive. So this is good in decks with restanders. So like Kagro has Ziegenberg, which can go for 4 drive into 2 drive. Murakumo has Homura Raider, which loses a drive, but then it'll gain a drive back from the sword, so it can swing with 3 drive multiple times. There's a lot of interesting stuff that is now possible in this format. There's actually so much wiggle room right now because we haven't gotten to play too much of it just yet. Every clan has multiple and a variety of different options, which makes it really cool. And each D archetype also has multiple and a variety of options. So in the description, there is a full list of rules and changes that happened in this format. For decks like Odium and Impaldio, where they need a specific crest or set order-esque thing to get, we moved the ride line that gets it onto the specific starter. And we basically just retained the current premium ban list, but removed everything that was already banned naturally in this format. So a lot of the V cards or premium collection cards that are on there just aren't on there anymore, because they're already banned. We also banned the overtrigger because the overtrigger is just not fun. And we also banned the stride crests because they are extremely toxic, and being able to accelerate more than 2 flips per turn is just not a healthy thing. If you are interested in playing this format, I plan on hosting a tournament at this date. This tournament will be a remote tournament on my Discord server, which you can find in the description. And it is very proxy friendly because a lot of standard cards are super expensive and a lot of old cards are hard to find. So if you are interested in it, be sure to join. And now with that, I will be going over a gameplay match that I played with my friend Barry, who also makes YouTube content. He just started, he posted a Night Rose video, which it's a really good in-depth video if you're interested in standard Night Rose. And for the decks we're playing, I'm playing Overlord, G-Zoneless Overlord. The whole purpose of this is if we don't have a G-Zone, then we can play Bellicosity because we have access to energy now. And the deck really just tries to hyper compress the deck and be able to Legion constantly using the X. And you're able to just draw through your deck pretty quickly through Bellicosity. And now the other deck that Barry is playing is Sienna. Sienna has a lot of really cool control tools that get a lot better with Bermuda Triangle's card pool. So in the latest lyrical set, Sienna got a grade 3 that whenever you play it can bounce the opponent's front row without targeting. So you use Citron to call this down and then bounce the opponent's front row, and then they lose all of the rear guards. And there's multiple other cards in here that say bounce the opponent's rear guard when it's played. And how this deck wins is through Aster, which is a restander that restands whenever your Vanguard attacks, and it's not once per turn. So you utilize Persona Ride and Stride into Tirua, which can restand itself, so then you can restand your restanders twice in a turn and get 8 attacks off easily. And you just have a lot of really neat control options and a lot of ways in order to rebuild and sculpt your hand the way you want it to. There are plenty of other awesome archetypes you can play. I am playing with OG Bellicosity as a proxy for the new D-Series Bellicosity because I don't own those yet. If you see the original Bellicosity, just know it's the new one. Hi, if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. My goal is to hit 10K by the end of the year, and you can help with that effort by choosing to subscribe. I put a lot of effort in these videos, and it really shows me that you guys enjoy it. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Draw. Right. PG. Draw. Pass.
You don't draw.
You're right. I'm so used to V, dude.
Yeah. Draw. Ride. Energy charge. I draw. Off starter. 8.
No guard.
Drag res.
Sandy.
Pass.
Ride. Hand.
No guard.
Heal trigger.
Nice. PG.
Pass.
Sandra. Energy charge 3. I will ride the Harlem. Call Bellicosity. Skill. EB3. I will put in a crit. And draw 2. Kakano. I'll reveal this Drag Resonant. I'll just search for the end. I'll discard a crit. Okay. 17 Van Bellicosity gets +5.
No guard.
Check. Bellicosity.
Draw. Power down. Draw.
Oh, punished. Pass.
Yeah. Stand and draw. Charge 3. Ride Sienna. Call. Vex Soul Blast of Sienna. Bounce that. I'll give you a second play of it.
All right.
I'll just go 13. Triple crit. 2 crit. Triple
crit. 30.
Good pass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 5k. All effects sphere. No trigger. 18 with a crit.
Got the crit.
Yep. End turn. End of turn. EB3. Bounce back to hand. Pass.
Sandra. Charge 3. At the end, I will call this the Hollow out. Call Bellicosity. EB3. I will put in a crit. Draw 2. I'll do Nahalm effect. 5k to both of them.
Yep.
Play Drag Resonance. 18, 25. Bellicosity gets +5.
No guard.
Twin Drive. First, Burning Horn. Second, Legion. 1 damage.
No trigger.
Okay. The end skill. Kind of blast. I'll discard a Nahalm. and a Burning Horn. We stand. Front row gets +10. Swing, Bellicosity gets +5. 28, 1
No guard.
drive.
No guard. Power Van, draw.
25.
And how big is the other one?
30.
Trigger to Soul. You can either discard or bind.
I'll bind it. 30.
Trigger to Soul.
Yeah, I'll bind it.
Discard or bind. Yep.
Testing. I shouldn't have let Nahalem get bound. At the moment, my hand is basically all pieces, or just a bunch of junk, so I could have discarded one of those and preserved Nahalem, because having that Soul Blast matters. And you'll see.
And draw. Persona Ride, draw. Discard for Stride. We're gonna go Shizuku. Shizuku effects, CB1. G-Flip, top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll add 1. Call both of these. 33, triple drive.
No good.
Sorry, 43.
No good. I'll accept this hit.
No trigger. No trigger. Draw trigger. 10k rear guard, draw a card.
Damage crit. Oh man.
23.
I'll take this. Front.
33.
Just vamp up with you.
I will destride, end of turn, EV6. Bounce both of these back to hand, pass.
Nice. Sandra? Did you charge 3? That is an interesting draw. Ride the X. Also back 4 crits for Legion.
Yeah. Show fuck.
Legion the end. Add the X to hand.
My goal is just to keep on bouncing your Bellicosity so you eventually deck out.
Well, called Bellicosity. It shouldn't be the worst though. Yeah. We'll put it the end in the soul. Draw 2. Play Drag Resonance. Yeah, go battle. This turn I messed up a lot. The big thing is I should not have put the end in soul. I should have put the X that I just searched out in the soul off of Bellicosity. And then I also shouldn't have played Drag Resonance yet, since I didn't have another front row rear guard. 24, 31.
No guard!
All Bellicosity.
No trigger?
Chemist. Discard help, call it. We stand. Front row gets +10. 44! 2 drives still.
PG,
This gets
discarded.
+5.
PG, discarded draw.
First critical, all rear. Second heal. Power rear, I do heal.
You do heal.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do math. Just getting a Citron. Call this grade 1.
Okay. And then I will pass the turn.
Stand and draw. Discard Stride. We're gonna just Stride Orange, honestly. All 10k Orange. So I'm just gonna show you 1, 2, and 3. Activate Orange effect. Bounce everything on the board. Drive +1. I draw a card. I'll call this. I'll Soul Blast the trigger just to give it 10k. I should be at 3 energy, sorry. Call this then. Call 10k and go to battle phase. So this is going to be 10, 20, 30.
I'll take this. No trigger.
So I bounced 7 cards, so this gets plus 35.
There is a sanctity.
CB.
Yeah.
4 drive checks. Draw trigger. 10k Passati, draw. Second check. Third check. Fourth check.
Wow.
30.
Got this heal, you're higher grade than me, so it's a 20k.
Yeah. 26.
Got the front.
Yep. I will destride. End of turn, EB3. Bounce this grade 3 back to hand.
Sandra, all the mistakes I've done in the past few turns that I've talked about are now biting me really hard right now. Me putting that the end in Soul means I am completely out of the ends because I have 1 as a Legion mate and now I have 2 in Soul and I only play 3 in the deck. And now I only have 1 Soul Blast outlet, which is Nahalem, which I only have 1 left in the deck. So me letting my Nahalem on turn 3 get bound and then putting that the end in the Soul made it to where I can't really Legion anymore. If I do ride the X to try to Legion, then I just send back cards into the deck and I don't search a Legion mate. So I just end up throwing more triggers in the deck, but I don't have a way to restand afterwards. So now I'm kind of stuck in this position because of that. No ride. Call Balakasi. I'll energy charge 3, but then I'll EB 3. I will put... You just put Combo in. Not 2. Call VX. Battle. Let's go 11 Uia.
I'm gonna G-Guard here. It's a Leona. Bounce it back to my hand. Call another card. Call Valafir.
Okay. 24. Balakasi gets 5k.
G-Guard. Le Citron. Call the grade 3. Soul Blasting a trigger. Bounce your front row.
Good thing.
38. Vanguard effects. 38. 53. So no pass.
Yeah. Turn drive. First PG, second combo. I'll do end of battle, do the X's effect. Cablast, discard the X, pop both of your Rios. And then I'll do the end effect. Cablast, discard Halb. Call it behind, we stand this.
How many cards do you have in hand?
37. Cards in hand, I have 10.
PG? Discard one? Counter charge?
First, second, front trigger. Ooh.
Okay, watch this, watch this.
That's
if I top deck Persona Ride, you're actually Giga dead. It's not Persona Ride. We're just gonna skip right here. I'm gonna call CB1 Soul Perch. Add a card from Soul to hand. I'll add this Persona Ride.
Nice.
Call this grade 3. Just a nice 13. Triple drive. 2 crit.
I'll give you 2 crits.
Okay. So Twin Drive, Sandy, Heal Trigger, Power Rearguard.
Ooh, that's
Heal 1. So 31.
I'll do 2 crits again.
Okay. End of turn, EV3. Bounce back to hand.
Sandra.
Something tells me I won't need it.
No ride. I think I'll call Burning Horn. Let's go. Come on, top 7. Add OG to hand.
Got some counter charge in there. Oh, Conroe.
Call Conroe reveal. Add a DX to hand. It's just a crit. Yeah.
How many crits in public now?
Retire Conroe. 3, 4, 5. Just 5?
I believe there's 1 in damage.
6.
6.
7.
7. Okay. This feels pretty safe to no guard.
Bellicosity. Put this in. Not 2. Coolio.
What other triggers are public? So you do run front, like at least a front. Oh yeah, no, this is super safe to no guard.
2
Because you
fronts,
have 2
1
fronts.
heal out?
Yeah, no guard.
Okay.
Like 7
and I
crits means
countercharged
that
2.
most likely there's 2 crits left in deck, and you'd have to hit both to kill.
These got +5 also.
Go for it, Chief.
Okay.
Hit me.
First, second, crit. How many heals am I out? It's just the 1, right? We'll go all Van on it. I shouldn't have done that. There are a few reasons for it. At this point, I only have 2 crits left, as Barry said. I checked this one, so I have 1 more in the deck. I should give this to a Rio to give that crit pressure, and then my Vanguard will still have crit pressure itself. And 2, I still have 2 heals in my deck. Me critting him here and putting him to 5 damage, assuming he doesn't heal, means that if I drop check a heal on my next Twin Drive, then it doesn't go off, and I'm staying at 4 damage. So I 100% should have given this crit to a Rio.
2 damage?
Yeah.
Valafir, Tiana?
Skill, Counterblast, Call Halb, Restand. We'll go here. 14 plus 13, 27.
I'm gonna go for the funny play, not the optimal play. I'm just gonna say that ahead of time here. I'm going to G-Guard. Citron. Citron effect. Call this grade 1.
Oh.
Effect, Soul Blast 2.
Yeah.
Counter charge 2. And then use this with another heal to counter charge the last card.
Yeah.
And that should be enough to guard.
Yeah. That's way more than enough. 3-4. 5k to Bending Horn.
EG, discard 1.
Oh, I CC too, also.
Wait, I should have, sorry, I'm gonna CC off the PG and soul charge off the heal.
Okay.
Yeah. That does matter in what I'm trying to do here.
Second? Yeah, end of battle. We'll discard the X and kill both of your views.
Sure. That doesn't matter for what I'm trying to do here.
20.
Vanguard effect, trigger to soul.
Yeah.
Would you like to discard or
You can
bind?
it.
Okay, stand and draw. How many cards in hand now?
10?
Okay, we're gonna do a really funny play. Is it optimal? No. Is it funny? Yes. I'm going to discard Siana for Stride to go into Megiddo.
Yeah.
CV2, I'm going to call up to 5 cards from Drop Zone and Rear Circles. 1, 2. I'm going to call these 2 cards. These 3 cards. And then 2 cards from hand.
Oh my god.
I should actually call a different card instead of that, because I don't care.
How do I deal with that?
So, activate effect, Soul Blast a trigger, plus 10k, bounce your front row, plus 10. Soul
Yeah.
Blast another one, plus 10. Soul Blast another one,
Oh my
plus
god.
10. Rushist effect, plus 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh no.
I think 9. Actually, we should swing 20 first. Have a nice 20.
I have a 4 deck? I think I know the rest of my deck.
If you hit a trigger, you hit a trigger, you know? These pokes are, like, actually kind of small.
Yeah. I'll take this. Oh.
Oh, you did not hit a trigger. End of battle, swap positions. 20.
There are 2 heals in my deck. Fuck! Really? That's unlucky. Oh no.
I had Persona Ride, that turn goes even crazier.
Yeah.
But, like,
Thank you all for watching. This is my first time doing a actual fight video on my channel, and I think it went pretty well. I've had gameplay sometimes whenever I was doing a like tournament highlight-esque video, but I haven't done like a full-blown edited fight. So this is a cool experience. I take a lot of inspiration from Magic creators actually. So my favorite channel to watch right now is Play to Win. So that's why I was interjecting a lot in between the game, because that's something they do a lot, and I really like their insight as someone who's not super in deep in CEDH right now. So I wanted to try giving that a shot, and I think it added a lot to the video. If you guys like that, please let me know. I plan on doing more fight content at some point. Again, if you are wanting to play in an official tournament of this, join my Discord down below, and it'll be at this date. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one.